Welcome back to another Action Figure Obsession video here on the Avian and Loaded channel. And can you tell I've been reading more Ed Brubaker Captain America comic books? And there's a lot of Invaders stuff in there where I'm at currently in Volume 5 of Brubaker's Captain America run. And Volume 5 being the volume number when they rebooted their Captain America series, as they do frequently these days. I doubt any Captain America title is ever going to get up into the 300s or 400s again, as it once proudly did, just because of the way they do things now. Everything has to seem fresh and new all the time, and God help the publisher that dares say, no, there's hundreds of issues you already missed, but jump in because the water's fine. It's your old pal Avian and Loaded here, and yeah, when I was a kid, like 10, 11 years old, The Invaders was one of my favorite comic books. It was a retconned superhero team that didn't really exist in the 1930s and 40s, but in the 70s, Roy Thomas and Frank Springer and Frank Robbins and some other folks decided that they would craft new tales of a previously untold team called the Invaders, probably because it sounded somewhat like the Avengers or the Defenders, and also, of course, that they had to invade Germany and defeat fascism. I remember that heroes defeat fascism, or try to, wherever they go, because that is pretty much the definition, or at least one definition of heroism. So here we have, and again, it's a work in progress. My thoughts on a Defenders display. But we have my Jim Hammond original Human Torch from World War II. He appears on the far left here, and it's really, of course, just the retro Johnny Storm, but I feel like, with his great balls of fire on his fists, maybe I can sell it, and he doesn't have a 4 on his chest, so it's as close as I can come easily right now. I have been looking around at my collection for a red costumed figure to have a depowered Jim Hammond Human Torch, which is just basically a guy in a red jumpsuit with blonde hair. And the only figure that I saw that would make easy custom fodder for that would be the Vulcan body mold Scarlet Spider. And I don't know if I'm that dedicated to the idea of, well, I really want to have a Jim Hammond Human Torch, and I do like the other Scarlet Spider, the Pizza Spider, the Pizza Spidey, the Pizza Spider Man, Pizza Spider Man. It's very early here, my friends. The Pizza Spider Man Scarlet Spider, I have 3 of. Is it worth sacrificing a Vulcan body mold, updated retro Scarlet Spider in order to get the perfect, or at least a close to perfect, Jim Hammond original Human Torch in his costume and not just all flamed on? Tell me your thoughts on the matter. I'm undecided, but I think I'm leaning 60-40 against doing it. Even though I'm not wild about that figure as a Scarlet Spider. I like the Pizza Spider-Man one better. But, so I guess the thought here, so we have the MCU Prince Namor subbing in as Namor. And that's fine. I like this figure. As I mentioned the other day, I haven't seen the movie or haven't finished the movie. I probably should go back and watch it at some point. But I was thinking, as an exotic sort of World War II era, of course, he would be more ceremonially dressed and more, because this is a military operation, basically, the Invaders. Oh, you missed the cosmic cube there on the table, did you? I'll see if I can give you the behind the scenes. So we have an ancient book of knowledge there. This is just all stuff that I think might have been around in World War II, basically. Ancient book of knowledge, perhaps mysticism. I forget where. I think that book came from one of the Gargoyles figures from NECA. We have the Cosmic Cube, my friends. One of 3 Cosmic Cubes that I have in my fodder bins, and this is the best one. It's the shiniest. It's the most translucent. We have 3 mysterious canisters of what? What is it? Those are You see the Cobra logos on top of them, of course. Those are from, is it the Mass Device? I think it's the Mass Device. and they came with the 7-inch Super 7 G.I. Joe Ultimates Snake Eyes, and I have 3 of those Snake Eyes, so I have 3 of those canisters. And then, did you notice? Oh, I'm so excited! Remember, I said I thought that I had traded or sold away my my Winter Soldier code book, but look, there it is, right there. I have a special fodder bin area for reading material, which is where that book was as well. And when I noticed that the two lighter red ones, pinkish ones, are the Midtown High School yearbook that came with the Retro Gwen Stacy. I think the bottom one has a atomic symbol on it. Gosh, what would that have come with? I don't think it was the AIM scientist, but let me see. I should show instead of tell, right? Yeah. There. So it's that. So atomic symbol. Maybe it was with one of the X-Men. Looks kind of radioactive. Then we have one with no... Oh, there we go. Midtown High School. So there's Gwen's yearbook. Put that back there. And then another Gwen's yearbook. And you'll notice that I am trying to kind of make them a little disorderly. You want them to look like a stack of books, not a brick or something. And this brown one is a blank slate. I don't remember who that one came. These are all Marvel Legends accessories, by the way. These they're all identical too. It's an identical mold and sculpt. It's just all that varies is the paint and what it may or may not actually say or have on the cover. And then again, the beautiful, beautiful, oh my, the beautiful. I think Ed Brubaker actually got to hold this in Captain America the Winter Soldier as he was reading the codes to program Bucky Barnes' brain, BBB as I like to call it. But yeah, isn't that gorgeous? I mean, and as I often say, Hasbro always going to Hasbro, but boy, when they do something right, that is just sheer perfection. Well, it would be sheer perfection if maybe it came with an open one too, because obviously this is really just a piece of plastic. It's not going to open, and of course there's no codes inside it or anything like that. But that looks pretty convincing, right? Stack of books, a little askew, but it's as if they were organized at some point. We got our fuel tanks, which seems like a really bad idea for the Human Torch to be flamed on, but as I say, do I want to destroy a Scarlet Spider? Fuel tanks come from the Bone Breaker Build-A-Figure. And in the background, could it be standing next to that beautiful Frank Robbins-looking Captain America? Could it be a proto Black Widow? With those gnarly, old-timey pouches in a belt around her waist, and a costume somewhat reminiscent, perhaps, of La French Resistance. That's my French accent, folks. Isn't it great? But she's way in the back there. Maybe she's just observing for the French government. Maybe she's not a member of the team yet. Who can say? And of course, the only Bucky Cap mold figure that I truly love and will forgive anything for, even the fact that he's on the Bucky Cap body. Ladies and gentlemen, Union Jack. My God. What a miracle that we ever even got a Union Jack figure. I love this character. I love this costume design. Absolutely adore everything about Union Jack. In the Invaders, he was the World War II UK equivalent of Captain America, and I am a sucker for those patriotic heroes that wear the flag of their countries, like Sunfire and Cap and Union Jack and Vindicator, Guardian, whatever he's called now. Is he even alive? Who knows? Who knows in comics? But, so yeah, they're having like a mission briefing, and Namor is arguing about everything, of course, and the Cosmic Cube is sitting there taking it all in. You know, they don't know what any of this stuff is, but they're trying to find out. Maybe this is all stuff that they confiscated from the Red Skull's secret hideout after they, drew him out and drove him off. And now they've got all this stuff that they're trying to figure out. What can they use as weapons in the battle against the Axis powers? You know, these are our heroes. Do they dare use something like the Cosmic Cube or these strange canisters of an unknown and perhaps mystical substance? Maybe they could consult someone else, someone new on the scene, and get his opinion on things. Perhaps a mysterious traveler in time who has come back from the future to help the invaders destroy the Axis once and for all. And why does he have such a grudge against the Axis powers, and apparently against Union Jack as well? Kiki's. Look at that. He's still holding the pose thanks to Kiki's. All right. Yeah, so I want some Invaders, Hasbro. I want an Invaders 5-pack with really good figures, really good body molds. They don't have to be new. They can be reused, but I don't want any Bucky Cap, old Bucky Cap 2012 bodies. I want Vulcan bodies. I want Sunfire body molds. I want the Grim Reaper body mold, the modern pinless one for Captain America. Give us an Invaders box set. Version A would be the core Invaders, right? Captain America and Bucky and the Human Torch and Toro, the original Jim Hammond Human Torch and Toro, and maybe even give us as maybe a store exclusive coming out around the same time as this box set. Give us a Jim Hammond in his red costume, but with his depowered look and his blonde hair. The android Jim Hammond, not powered up and not flamed on. That would be a fun thing to have alongside an Invaders 5-pack. But again, 5-pack, Captain America, Bucky, the Human Torch, and his boy sidekick Toro, and Namor the Submariner, Namor the Submariner, yeah. And make sure Cap has his triangular World War II shield. You could do the exposed neck option. I don't think we've had that in a Marvel Legend in the modern era, and I'd really love to see that. And then we could also use a new Union Jack, a new Spitfire. I don't think we've ever had Spitfire. And you could probably just use the existing Firestar body mold for that and just give her a new head and a cape, and you'd be cooking with gas. And then how about this, just to round out this idea, and again, we've already exceeded the 5-pack idea, but that could be the core around which a whole bunch of releases can flow. How about a World War II Nick Fury? And obviously he wouldn't have the eye patch, and maybe you'd have him in his army fatigues, or maybe in a spy costume like this one, commando outfit. World War II Nick Fury. Hell, you could probably just reissue this one without the eye patch, and preferably without the gigantic hole in his mouth. But yeah, World War II Nick Fury, World War II Dum Dum Dugan. The sky is the limit. Just give me some goddamn Invaders characters. Give me some World War II avenging action in Hasbro Marvel Legends form, and do it well. Do it good. Don't cheap out on it. Don't give me Bucky Cap bodies, and don't give me shitty paint or no paint at all. Make it nice. Make it a deluxe thing. Make it $200. I don't care. I just want some Avengers in the Hasbro Marvel Avengers. Invaders. I've probably done that before, right? I probably said Avengers when I meant Invaders. Look, the Invaders are the Avengers of World War II, and that's just how it is. I mean, Captain America is their leader. I mean, come on. It's an understandable mistake. But I would like to see the Invaders in Marvel Legends form, and I want them all to be as good as the 80 years Captain America. I want them all to be quality. I want the paint to be excellent. I want the sculpting to be excellent. I want the articulation to be excellent. No shortcuts, Hasbro. No shortcuts, or one of these Nick Furies is going to come and kick your ass. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I like the Invaders. Have I mentioned that? So yeah, another video with Captain America in it, but really it's about that team action. It's about getting the Invaders back together, and it could even be like a modern Invaders. They got together in a 5-issue comic called Invaders Now that was published by Dynamite, and that was pretty good. I'm making my way through that now. It was co-plotted by Alex Ross of all people, a guy who knows what the Invaders should act like and look like. So, and he drew or painted rather, the covers. So, yeah, maybe take a look at Invaders Now and take a look at some of the original 1970s Invaders comics. They're all up on readallcomics.com. That's where I'm reading them, and I just think we could use some Invaders. You know, I shouldn't have to cob job a team together like this, but goddamn, don't they look good together? Don't they look good together? Imperius Rex, right, Namor, Imperius Rex. Oh, and should I should I strip my Scarlet Spider and turn him into a Jim Hammond depowered Human Torch with a blonde head? What do you think? A blonde unmasked head. Give me your thoughts on that in the comments, and anything else, any questions or analysis, or who would be on your ideal Invaders squad in a Marvel Legends lineup? And am I missing anybody that we already have? Let me know down below, as a wise man once said. And thank you for joining me for this, once again, Captain America kind of centered, Invaders-based edition of Action Figure Obsession. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Please share the video with anybody you know who might be interested in discussing the possibility of an Invaders action figure 5-pack, or a whole wave of figures with a store exclusive and a deluxe figure. Oh my God, the sky is the limit, Hasbro. Take my money, please, please, please. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what I'm doing here. Make sure you ring the notification bell so you find out anytime I upload a new video, and that will do it for this edition of Action Figure Obsession. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Remember, okay, Axis, here we come!